I'm documenting some of the wall artwork, and it's one of these situations, either you love it or hate it. I enjoy it because it represents trips that I've had and memories of people that I did. This is a little collection of things I picked up in the Sierra Ancha Mountains a couple years ago with a friend. I have quite a few trips to the White Mountains, and this particular hanging represents one of those trips. I have a tendency to like to clean campgrounds up, and so we see some items that people threw away and didn't dispose of properly. This is one that was put together from materials that I gathered on a trip to the foothills of the Hassayampa River area. Must have been an old cattleman's compound. Okay, and this is just one from a few items I had around my house, and then I picked up the horseshoe was found on this property as I was digging up. So this used to be agricultural area. That is an old license plate from a vehicle I had, and a rat trap from my property out of Gold Canyon. I'm sure some ASU mammalogy students use that area for their collection. This is another collection from the White Mountains of trash that people left behind. The barbed wire, particularly, was actually in a little wash area in a campsite, and I was concerned that kids might get down in there and get scratched with this old rusty. Obviously, people had something for their dog to play with. Some old cans that might probably have been there 50, 60 years. Another one from the White Mountains. Just some odd items. The heart-shaped rock in the middle is one of the things I do, is collect those. So again, many people would think this is kind of strange, but at this point in my life, I don't really care. I have had some good comments though, and I have had people say that I should document this, so one of the reasons I'm doing it. I have a good friend that lives in Holton, Kansas, John, and I've gone and visited him several times. He's been out here quite a few times staying with me, and this is some of the items that I gathered from his garage slash carport as I helped him clean that out. And here's another example. John does chainsaw work, artwork, woodwork. So those are some chips from his chainsaw, and just some old rusty items that he had hanging around. These are dedicated to John. Then a few more. I'm starting to run out of wall space, but that's okay. I'll find a place for them. Another one here from the East Fork of the Black River. Just some more items that I collected that were trash on the side of the road or in campgrounds. Leading to another kind of odd one in the sense that it's kind of miscellaneous. The turtle, I think it might have been an ashtray, was something my Uncle George gave me. Railroad spike came with some timbers that I had purchased years ago, and some porcelain tile plates. Not sure where I got those. So kind of weird stuff, but okay with me. This one represents a couple things. That's a license plate from my 1966 Chevy Nova that I bought for $2,179, brand new, and some spikes that a former student of mine, Ryan Jarvis, went to the White Mountains with me, and we hiked back and found these. I'm not sure exactly what they were used for, but I thought they were pretty cool. And finally, I have one here that I salvaged. My renter neighbor was leaving and he was throwing out a bunch of stuff, including this butterfly, metal butterfly display made in Mexico, and the wooden background that I kind of stabilized and put it on there. So that's pretty cool. I do have some old saws here, and most of these are from a friend of mine, Glenn Ryan. When his parents were leaving their home, his dad had passed away, his mom needed to go to a care facility. Then he said, come on down and I'm going to throw all this stuff away, take out what you want. So I took those out because I thought they were pretty cool.